I wonder what the smoke at the villa. Ortom blasts Garba Shehu. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State has replied as Senior Special Assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on media and publicity, Malam Garba Shehu. Shehu had in the recent development lashed out at the governor for faulting approaches to ongoing war against insecurity in the country. Vanguard reported that in response to Governor Ortom's revelation that some high-ranking military officials confided in him that President Buhari warned them against repelling attacks on unarmed herdsmen. Garba Shehu has said Ortom expect the country to believe Nigeria's top security personnel will share high-level confidential information with him, to be clear that they do not. Reacting to the utterances of the presidential spokesman, Principal Special Assistant New Media to Governor Ortom Raymond Majeng took Shehu to the cleaners, insisting that well-meaning Nigerians know the governor as a man who does not make baseless comments on sensitive issues. In a statement entitled Ortom's Revelation Cannot Be Waved Away, a response to Garba Shehu, Mr. Majeng told that while being a weak line in the hope of making a rebuttal of the governor's revelation, it smacks of ignorance to make the claim generally that Nigeria's top security personnel would not share confidential information with a state governor. To be clear, on a number of cases, they do. And for a state governor battling with herdsmen attack, it is a no-brainer that he must have feedback from all security outfits involved in arresting the herder attacks. And such feedback always includes off-record or don't quote me information. He continued, but then Shehu would also add that if indeed Governor Ortom is saying the truth, he should name names. In Garba words, let him name the military personnel who told him the story. I once wrote that I wonder what the smoke there at the villa. Garba's outing here reinforces my curiosity. If Garba expects Ortom to give out the identities of people who give in information on the devilish plans, he is clearly overrated. It is sufficient that they know the governor of the country now knows of the order that has long been widely thought of as merely the body language of the president. It is worse. It is now a communicated order. In phrasing the title of his State House press release on the subject, Shehu coined in Ortom lies insult nation security system. An alternative title more befitting, I might add, would be Ortom's revelation helps in understanding the emboldening attacks on communities by armed herdsmen. This is especially so because one can now make better sense of the prevalence on the hand of gun-wielding herdsmen freely moving across the country and the shoot-on-sight order for possessors of AK-47, the later being a so-called presidential order. There is now a guided understanding to how particular weapons are strangely withdrawn from battlefields, wherein their use was mostly responsible for inflicting high-number casualties on enemies of a state. It addresses our curiosities, Ortom's revelation, on strange military tactics like sending out numbered personnel to battlefields with weapons that easily gathered intelligence already points to possession of way higher-grade weaponry by the enemy. It addresses our sense of wonder and helps our appreciation of the many puzzles and bizarre military responses with regards timing, armed levels, personal numbers, reluctance or refusal to go after known targets or camps, etc. To have as president someone with a military background should ordinarily assure of the loyalty to the country, their broad-mindedness and triumph over such common prejudices as ethnicity, religion, region, etc. Instead, we have a soldier who embraces vulnerabilities in these areas and presides over the country with every security decision and appointment influenced by these parochial leanings. Shame. It does point to a deep sense of dissatisfaction, frustration, when high-placed military officers begin to reveal unpopular orders. When these reviews do not lead to reviews and then reversal, options available as results are considered, and they may not be pleasant options. Now, when I first heard this is not the first time. This is certainly not the first time you're going to be hearing this from Ortom. I think it was about when Ortom came back from, was it in London, where he, Governor Wike, P2B, Passenger, and some other people went there for a meeting. He came back, and the first thing when he talked about this thing, he came out and said, that, an anonymous told him that, they were giving order not to arrest the headers that have been, Benue State. Forget to things happen for middle belts. Things are happening there that you don't get to hear in the news. They don't get to tell you these things. Now, Governor Ortom came out and let the cat out of the bag. And then, instead, my own is, you leave waiting matter, they talk to this man, the lie. First of all, are there attacks or not? You say in the lie. So, you're actually saying that they did not tell him. But the main issue is, these attacks are going on. You did not come out to say there are no attacks going on. I thought you, not just you, I thought all this Buhari aides, the presidential aides now, that they come out. I mean, that their work is to help, the government to sieve out feedbacks, from what I call, from the comments, the critics, and whatever you seek back feedbacks on these things that will help the government to make decisions. But I was wrong. These people are here to shield the government and make us, the citizens, look like fools. Sincerely reached to ask. When I heard that particular, I read the headline, I was like, Governor Ortom asks, let me read this, I don't misquote him. He said, I wonder what they smoke at the villas. See, it really needs to make you wonder. It really needs. I've said it before. Why do you think that attacks happen all the time? Why do you think that, they cannot trace back? It be you like, say, our Nigerian military, say, they're not going to trace back those people, they want to trace back them. Of course they can. Why do you think that people die more in battle? Why? Because they are handed off. You see people who are going to fight against people that the Nigerian army go, they never see that weapon for their life before. Most of them, they are having what they call, imagine you are going to fight with a sword that is very blunt, and your enemy is carrying, a sword that is too sharp at the tip and at both sides. Your enemy is carrying a gun. Your enemy is carrying an arrow, and you are just carrying the sword. You say at the end of the day, what do you think is going to happen? No, what do you think is going to happen? Nigerians, there is no solution to this other than make sure say we vote for the right person. We'll say go get us for mine come 2023. All right, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.